Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Tuesday, the 22nd of March. And these are the charts of the day. Well, the market was kind of funky today, down on the Brussels terrorism and then back up again all day until the last hour when they rolled over. They tried to bounce. It was a mixed session. Some stocks we followed and traded today did very well. Let's take a look at, starting off with some of the biotechs that did great. AKRX. That's some news, and the stock popped. It opened at 21.97 and ran up to 26.67, closed 26.32, and that's just fractions off the high, up 760 or 40%. Huge day. Now, when the stock goes up 40% with 8.28 days to cover, I think something's afoot. I think that the stock has a room to extend, and the near-term extension is about 28.5. So a couple more points. We'll see what happens. If it gets through that, we could very well extend this all the way up towards 30-31 range or more. Secondary targets up here in the mid-30s. ATSG, excuse me, is a swing trade. It popped, it pulled back, it started to go. Couldn't get through, not enough volume. I still like these wedges forming, and I think the stock is going to make it towards 16.5 short term. BIB, an example, and that, along with LABU, are the ETFs for biotech. It looks like they may have double bottomed. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down and then a run up forming a wedge, they then pull back down, but couldn't make lower lows. But the key is going to be on BIB to get to 45. Now, on LABU, similar pattern, and the key is going to be, can I get up through 8.5? That's going to be the number to watch, followed by the moving average coming in around 971. And then the triple top at 1030. So let's call it 8.5, 970, and 1030 are your targets and resistance. And with 4 days in a row of good volume on the upside, I think maybe we can extend, but it depends on the market, of course. BUFF, a swing trade, has been acting great. Ever since the breakout, we put a swing on it. It's moved up a couple points. It acts great in here. I'm still looking for 27 and 28.5. Rising flag, nearly 20 days to cover. Should be interesting. FNSR, well, I've been following the stock, but I haven't mentioned it lately. Gap here, pullback, fill the gap, and then run up again to that resistance, breakaway gap, pull back and test that gap, and then run wild. So it looks to me like the possibilities are that we're going to see this extend near 20 and then 23. Those are my targets. 6.29 days to cover. This could get interesting. GWPH, what an explosive move last week, and then a pullback for a couple of days before stalling right near the prior high, or the prior, should I say, resistance zone. Right now, having broken through that and pulling back to it, that's your support. Your resistance to double top, which comes in around 91.2. The secondary target is up near 98. That's my near-term target. First 92 and 98. Good momentum. 5.5 days to cover. INO, we put a swing trade on. It looks great. I like the long-term declining channel. Multiple waves down. Let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 waves down on the fifth, which found some support down in here. Not far from the pullback low in this zone. And now recently, it looks like an inverse head and shoulders. The declining top line was popped through today. If it has an extension here, we're going to see 8 3/4, 9.5 zone, and then maybe 10.5 3/4. With 5.4 days to cover, feels like it's going to get there. It's acting better. A quick look at Adxs, which I skipped over. I'm liking the way this is looking. This little wedge and the breakout, it closed right on the 50. I think that extends to 13 and maybe 15. Those are the levels to watch on this one. This could be a nice swing. IPHI, having a good time with it. Look at this chart. We'll go back on a weekly. Look how fabulous this has been in the last 3-4 years. The rising channel had a 3-wave corrective pullback right to the bottom of that channel. And what a nice move up. And the last couple of days, it's gone through the neckline of a inverse, so left-handed extended V pattern, or whatever you want to call it. The bottom line is the resistance right now is at 32.30. I suspect we test that short term and then take it up to 38. Those are my targets. Juno also popped out of a falling 3-wave corrective pullback, fourth wave, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking for a retest of the highs and a move into the low to mid 50s with a stop under 36. MXL, swing trades working out great. Continues to look good. Now, the problematic part is that if you draw a line off of these highs, this is resistance. If you're looking at this as a channel, we should get it up to 20, 21, maybe 23. Nptn also acting great. Some of the semiconductors are doing wonderful. You can see this is a multi-year high going way back, all the way back to 2011. And I'm looking for the stock to make it to 20 eventually, with a short-term target up around 16. OCLR, right back up after the top of the channel and lateral resistance thwarted it. It came down to test the prior lows and the prior highs in that zone and the 50, holding all of those and moving right back to retest the high. I think it extends. 6 days to cover short. One of the biotechs acting well in the last few weeks is Seattle Genetics, which has come from 26 to 37. Nice rising channel. Broke out today above the 50. I think it's going to get up to test the 38.5 range short term. Right here. And then the secondary target could come in up around 45. Those are the targets for Seattle Genetics. 8.3 days to cover on that. SUPN also trending up, very similar to XON and Juno. I think this one gets to 18.21. USAT, a nice day today, another follow-through day. After it broke out yesterday, that's important. You get the follow-through day with just as good volume. My target remains 5, and we'll see. Wins, one of the better gaming stocks, if not the best. Long declining channel, double bottom, breakout, and it's trending. It's gone from 49 to 95, 96. Right in here, and still looks higher to me with a 110 target. And lastly, US Steel, which amazingly has gone from 6 and change to 16. Today pulled back and then snapped back. It's acting very well in here. I could see 18 and 20.5 on this one going forward as well. And that's going to be it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning in the trading room. Have a good one.